Hey guys, this is a random video that may seemly or even unneeded, but I feel it may be. I am a player who returned recently after quitting in Season 19, and this is my hot take on how Apex is doing now. First off, the question goes, what is Apex Legends? Well, for some people watching who don't know or haven't even played it, Apex Legends is a first-person battle royale shooter with multiple different characters to choose from. We all know you've probably heard tons about Wraith and Mirage if you never played before because, honestly, who hasn't heard of them? Now, let's dive into my shitty experience on Apex Legends that's actually pretty fun. Yeah, you heard me right. Apex Legends is shitty, but it's also really fun. So what I want to start off with is myself. What it was like returning and how good I was compared to my old skill. Well, this is fairly easy to answer. Coming back had no sense of nostalgia or excitement because I was a player who'd been playing from Season 1 up to Season 19 and only quit for 2 seasons. But I can say there was definitely a change in my skill. My aim was off, so I hopped into firing range for about an hour to pick up the slack and tested out each gun to know what I was accustomed to. I used the car and the Volt the most, but then my skill with those somehow plummeted, so I am now using the L-Star and the Peacekeeper. These guns are great for me due to having a better damage output, and the recoil is minimum. Another thing for me was that my very first pick was Seer, and once again that changed. I now play Wattson, and while I may not be the best with her, I'm slowly learning how. My movement seemed to be the only thing unaffected, and I wish it could lessen to balance out my gameplay between shooting and moving. What most people would think is strange, I think genius, because that is the exact reason why I chose to play Wattson. What is Wattson's abilities, and what are ways to use her? First off, her passive allows her to carry 2 ultimate accelerates in a single inventory slot, and using just one allows her to fully charge her ultimate. Her tactical allows her to place nodes which connect and create fences, and as far as I know, she can have up to 12 nodes at a time, allowing for around 6 fences at once. Any enemies who walk through her fence take 20 damage and are slowed down for a brief moment, making them an easier kill. Her ultimate is called a pylon, but it refills anyone's shields as long as they're inside of its zone. This ability also destroys any hostile abilities that come into its zone, only exception being if it lands outside of the radius. So, how do you use her? Simple. Rat. No, not Ash's rat, I mean rat. Okay, I'm kidding. You know what I mean. But ratting simply is not my thing. I like to be more passive-aggressive, which is why I like Wattson anyways, because she can cause shifts in the enemy's plans, such as forcing them to take different routes, and even making them flank too far. Ratting is not the best idea, but she is good at instantly locking down key parts of buildings and areas, giving herself or her team an edge in battle. One thing about Wattson is that you should always be aware of what is around you, because Wattson herself has no form of cover other than her pylon, which is easily shot down. Having cover nearby is important for Wattson because it gives her space to play on, allowing her to manipulate the area. Team combos for Wattson are pretty simple, so I'll give 4 legends she pairs really well with. Starting, we have Caustic. Caustic is good with Wattson because he can lock down areas as well. Second, we have Rampart, because Rampart can provide the cover that Wattson needs. Third, we have Lifeline, as this gives the entire team an advantage in health and shields. And fourth, we have Conduit. This allows the team to constantly have shields, whether from Wattson or Conduit, since shields is a lot more game-changing than health itself. Now, how Wattson works for a solo game, she constantly has to watch around herself, keeping an eye on things. This can be a bit of a disadvantage, but it helps get your game sense way higher, allowing for better plays. Solos is definitely better for the ratting strategy, but a way I like to play her is something I call false ratting. False ratting is basically ratting down a single spot to give your enemy a disadvantage and make them focus solely on that spot. so you can easily just flank somewhere else around them and catch them off guard. As I'm recording this, I literally did this in solos a little bit of an hour ago, so it is actually experience verified from yours truly, myself. Now that I've covered things for what and how I play, let's get on to why it's a shitty experience and why it's fun. I'll give 5 reasons as to why it's a shitty experience, but afterwards I'll give 5 reasons why it's fun. Starting off with shitty things about Apex Legends. Reason 1. The matchmaking. This probably makes no sense, but matchmaking these days is trash. You could be the lowest KD and lowest level, and next thing you know, you get paired with the 3 stack of masters in mixtape of all things. And I'm not even joking about it. This literally happened to me before I recorded this. For anyone who says, "Oh, just get better" in the comments, shame on you. It is not as easy as it looks to get better, especially when being paired up against a whole-ass master player when the highest I've ever reached was Gold 3. Reason 2, the damage. Hear me out, you have to admit you've experienced this. Peacekeeper, SMGs, it is so painful to hit 9 damage on the Peacekeeper, and even more painful to hit 11 damage on an SMG. It's even worse when you know you were good with a gun and usually hit almost every shot, but when your enemy uses it, it's like they have aimbot and hit everything, knocking you in almost an instant. Reason 3, hitboxes. Hitboxes get so damn annoying, because I've literally been behind doors as Watson before, and somehow just a tiny little bit of my pylon on my back is exposed. Next thing you know, headshot. Okay, that's an exaggeration, but you guys get what I mean. Reason 4, Wraith. I love Wraith, but I swear to God, it gets so annoying when you get paired with that little pipsqueak who begs you to land at the sweatiest spot and then pushes an entire team on their own, but because you played it safe, you're all of a sudden so trash and you're ass at the game. I've experienced this and it gets so annoying, and I would literally tell my friends whenever it happened to me, and we'd laugh at it because the Wraith just made himself look stupid. Reason 5, the firing range. I absolutely love the firing range's new things, but the most annoying part is when you're in it alone and the bots just seem so dead. You can't use finishers or anything on them, and it's kind of annoying. Now for the reason it's fun. Reason 1, squad wipe. Dude, the absolute satisfaction you get after successfully pulling off the squad wipe is absolutely relieving. It's so fun to do, and every time you finish a squad, especially at my skill, you just feel so great. Reason 2, good plays. Making a play on an enemy and it actually going to plan is so hilarious. I've literally done it with Mirage too many times. I've had a moment in World's Edge where I was Mirage, and I placed a decoy hiding behind a supply bin and controlled it to make it look like it was hiding. And it was so hilarious because not even a second later, someone came down and shot the hell out of my decoy, and I came out of the door and easily took the kill. Reason 3, abilities. Having a different range and array of characters to choose from, you find all kinds of abilities that are possible. And honestly, it's so cool to look at each legend and their designs, especially with skins like the legendaries and epics. The most fun abilities that play in the satisfaction area are Mirage, Watson, Seer, and Ultra's kits. Reason 4, Wraith. Okay, yes, I get it. I said this was a bad reason, but hear me out. When you get paired with an actually chill Wraith, it's so fun and cool. They are always so chill and relaxed. Even when you lose, they don't take anything out on you. They'll give you a cool GG and leave. There's also the Wraiths who have no mic though, and those guys just play to play. They don't even care about you. Just the fact that you're a teammate. Reason 5, updates. Updates in Apex Legends make the game more and more unique and special because nothing is ever truly the same and everyone loves it. Events, rewards, items, skins, guns, game modes, things are constantly changing. One thing I've always noticed is how the meta is always different and constantly changes as well. And I feel sad because with the removal of digi threats, people who main Bangalore are gonna have a bit of a hard time. Anyways, in the end, Apex has a lot of flaws that make the game a little iffy to play, but it ends up being tolerable, to be honest. And it is fun. Just find the right team, let them help you get better, all this, and you should be perfectly fine. This is just like for new players or for people who want to know what my opinion is on this game, and honestly, rating 1 to 10, I have to say probably an 8.2. 8.2 out of 10, and that's pretty good. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Please, please, please check out someone else's channel, Mills GFG. MILLS GFG, that is my friend. They have recently started content creating, and we work together. You will constantly see them in my videos as well, under the name of Turbo Rex on the gameplay, and just go check them out. I'll put their thing on screen. I'll give you guys more Brawl Stars content as well coming up soon. Just be patient for that. The new name change and everything has been out, and I still have to give that short out as to how I got that name. You'll get that soon. Anyways, peace out, y'all.